All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to this broadcast here. I'm Breaky CPK, going to be your shoutcasting host, and this is a Heroes of Newerth CastMe event. Welcome to the broadcast here. Really excited to be here, for a couple of reasons, mainly because this is going to be the first Han match I've actually casted in, honestly, quite a bit right here. So, looking forward to kind of some nostalgia factor, you could say. But looking forward to having some fun at the very least. Hopefully, you guys are as well in this broadcast. So, of course, you're tuning into this broadcast, whether it's live or via VOD. This is a CastMe cast, and let's start going over the lineups here. Get a better look at what we're dealing with. We got Animus91, the one, the only, playing the Madman here. Going to be in that short lane, the bottom. He's going to be supported by Blitz, being played by Fat Girl. What's up, Fat Girl? How's it going? New Tattoo on the Pyromancer. He'll be playing that middle lane, it looks like. And then we got a Kane. Always love me some Kane, especially Shorkon, bringing up Kane way back when. Looking forward to seeing how this Kane does in the hands of Yugurumi here. Playing the Kane in the top lane. And he's going to be paired up with Geomancer, being played by Misha Pip. That should be interesting here. A Geomancer Kane lane. Not too sure about the synergy coming out, but we'll see. We'll see how this works out for these teammates here. Let me go ahead and change the setting here real quickly. I apologize. Like I said, it has been a while, and I guess my settings weren't as they were before. There we go. We should be better now. All right, back into the game though. A lot of pressure in the bottom lane to kick things off. You see, speaking of this bottom lane, how about this matchup here? On the other side, on the Hellborn side, we have Jet Fuel 420 playing the Dark Lady. Classic pair with the Flint Beastwood from Mars over here in the bottom lane. So Flint, Dark Lady lane. That's got to have some good synergy to it, right? Devour in the middle lane. What is his name? San Francisco. It's a funky way to spell San Francisco. But he's playing the Devour here, going against a Pyromancer in the middle. Hemlock Noodle on the Amun-Ra jungle. Classic Amun-Ra jungle there. I know, but from the pub scene especially, that's definitely something you can see quite a bit. You know what I'm talking about, right? The potential is pretty high. Bloodlust potential at the top lane. We're going to be seeing it here as Geomancer goes in. Ling Zhang, the only player I haven't introduced yet on the Swiftblade. Maybe that was for the better. No, unfortunate spot for Ling Zhang, but beautiful synergy for the side of Kane and Geomancer here at the top lane. Obviously, Kane has the ability to pull through that spin of Swiftblade, so he was not as safe as he thought. Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, Flint Beastwood, he's in trouble. He's probably going to fall right here, but at what cost? They cannot take out Blitz. Dark Lady having the double, I guess not double melee, but Dark Lady being melee herself, unable to chase. The charging strike's not up for another 8 seconds right here. And unfortunately, comes up short. So it ends up being now the 2-0 start in favor of the Legion. So let's take a look at this middle build here, the early bottle. Those squeaky boots. God, why does everyone have to insist on using this freaking Devo skin, man? Those damn squeaky boots. Oh, well, Pyromancer attempted and whiffed with that Dragon Fire. Here comes Geomancer, though. Saving the day, says, don't worry, I got your back. That was all just bait, let's be honest. Pyromancer purposely missed that stun to just set up Misha Pip on that Geomancer that go in for the easy kill. That was well played, though, between the combo. It seems like Geomancer, that's, Geomancer, one of these niche, but you can say comfort picks. That dig ability obviously has potential to be very strong. I've always said since the early on days, anyone can vouch for me here, I'm sure, that I've always found it interesting that Geomancer has not been played more. I really have, considering how high priority of a pick Magnus has been on the competitive scene, and even top pick or just the #1 played hero even for such a long time. And considering how similar he is, you'd figure at least there'd be a little bit more appearances. But he never really took off, and it is a shame. The hero, as Misha Pip is showing here, just has such high potential. Madman, though, we're at the bottom lane, meanwhile. Seems like his farm, 285 gold per minute, not too shabby. He's kind of picking it up. Flint, Darkwood, not the easiest to go against. A lot of harassment from Flint, I'm sure. But speaking of Flint Beastwood, he just cannot get away. This is the problem with this lane, obviously, on the other side of it. Darkwood, he just cannot assist. He doesn't bring any assist really to the table other than just damage himself with those Dark Blades. Maybe go for the turn kill, but Flint was just running the whole time. And we are off to a snowball start as a result of this. Now a 4-0 start in favor right here. So what else? Was there another kill that took place? Oh, no. Okay, yeah, no, that's 4-0. For some reason, I thought I missed a kill right there. How about Amun-Ra in the in the jungle right here. He's got 225 gold per minute. He is the top farm on his team, kinda. It's a lot of similarity in farm between several players. And actually, speaking of, oh, the cast just cursed. It apparently is still very real. Misha Pip. That's the other kind of fun thing about having a Geomancer. The roam potential of this hero is obviously very, very strong. And Misha Pip showing why right here. 320 gold per minute he jumps up to. And the 5-0 start. He is 3-0-0. Ganking Amun-Ra in the jungle right here. So well played coming out. Now the 5-0 start. About a 2,000 gold lead, about 1,000 experience in right now. Flint Beast just says, you know what, I'm tired of dying at the bottom lane. He's going to go top. But yeah, this is your kind of typical 4-carry lineup here on the Hellborn side. Not the best potential for them. I mean, Devo, the only kind of non-carry really. But oh, top lane Flint Beast. But again, he's going to fall. The spin coming out from Link Zhang here on that Swift Blade. Not going to be enough return damage, however. And the woes will continue for Flint Beast. But he could just not find his comfort zone. He's trying to even play a bit of a carry, too. He's got the double Pretender's Crown. I almost want to save your Flint here. If you weren't planning from the beginning, you might as well transition to a support now. It's like cases like this, man. Just give up. You're not going to be carrying this game. You have too many carry potential heroes on your team anyways that won't farm. Somebody needs to be supporting. Do they even have any wards with that said? I don't think they do. There are some Legion awards. You see the one here at the top, just about to wear off as well at the bottom. So Fat Girl playing that Blitz on top of it. So yeah, when it comes to the setups here of either side, it's something I didn't really get into at the beginning of the game. But I think it's this is not hindsight here. You would kind of lean towards the Legion's lineup a little bit more with it. With the power of it. Now, I will say I was a little bit surprised to see Pyromancer actually play in the middle. I thought we were going to see maybe the Kayn middle, something like the Geomancer Suicide, or even like a Pyro Geo top. But clearly, this top lane's doing just fine. As they take out Flint again, he's kind of the puppeteer that they just beat on and take out. So if Flint gets pulled back in, he's going to be fine. As not able to do enough damage right there. But you see Kayn, his farm, I'm sure it's looking pretty good. Only 230, actually. I thought it was going to be actually much better up here. It's 14-3. Pretty Swiftblade is 19-4, so Urgumi hasn't necessarily been taking advantage too much. But, oh, Pyromancer roams in and gets that kill. Finally a kill, though, for the Hellborn side. As Devourer roaming on through, he ends up taking out the Blitz right there with the Devourer on top of that. So well played, and the squeaky boots now. Mr. Squeaky, he's going to be the saving grace here for this Hellborn side. He is tagged up with swag, so you know he's got plenty of it. Kayn does have that ultimate of face-off. How is he leveling, by the way? Level 3 of the defensive might right here. He's staying defensive right now. Doesn't have Steel Resolve just yet. Kind of feel like it is one of those kind of 1.1 abilities, but insisting on staying away from it for the time being. One of the second level in the Waylay. Which I guess with the kills they've been having happen this game, it kind of makes sense. Middle lane, Flint's like, okay, I'll take over middle, guys. Don't worry. Only to fall yet again. Oh, well, that Dragon Fire kind of missed. But the kill will not miss, I'm guessing. God, the Phoenix Wave even missing. Finally, they get the kill on a Flint. Valiant effort. New tattoo there. He was really trying to stretch for some kills, but not coming through. Oh, and we got a timeout here coming out from Animus91, so hopefully he's returning. But again, San Francisco, another kill coming out from the man that's tagged with a swag. And he calls him trash. I love it. Oh, the shit talk is real. You know what? How do you skip a pause? God, I forgot how to do that. It's been such a long time since I've done a fucking replay cast. Oh, freaking replay cast. I apologize. That I forget how to skip a pause here. But yeah, Flint Beast with 0-5-1, not necessarily the best here. Let's go ahead and just fast forward. Okay, it looks like we have resumed now. Okay, resuming back into the game here. So coming up to 8-minute mark to the GPM chart. Again, Devo, he's kind of the saving grace. Continues to be that, about 300 gold per minute. It's working on the Blood Chalice here. Actually has enough to finish it. A little surprised he hasn't gotten that just yet, but probably get the earlier on Portal Key and look forward to keeping the roam up. Dark Liddy not doing too well, but I guess Amun-Ra, that's another hope that they kind of have. He's 260 gold per minute in the jungle. Not really the best. He has been harassed a little bit by Geomancer, I guess. And speaking of that, he also has a Ring of Sorcery on Geomancer. Very early one at that. Gonna have Devo run into him as Dark Liddy goes on a Blitz. So a couple of fights taking place right here at the bottom lane. But now Blitz, he's in a lot of trouble. He's gonna try to surge on through, or more so, quicken on through. Ain't gonna happen, or it is gonna be enough to escape, and now the turn kill on a Devo is going to be successful. Beautiful play as Pyromancer comes in. He also has a regen room bottled up. He'll be able to use that if need be. But Blitz, nice quick in use, dodging the Diva right there to survive. Turn on that D&D. All right, Flint's level 4 now. There we go. He's level 5. Okay, there is hope. There is hope for this Flint Beastwood. The recovery has begun. He has boots now. Well on his way. Strider choice on Amon-Ra. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That seems like a very iffy pickup. Is that normal for Amon-Ra? Jungle? I mean, I guess eventually into post-haste is not too bad, but it seems like they're, especially if you're jungling, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like the best choice. I would figure phase boots, or, god damn it, Ghost Marchers or Steam Boots would be better. It's hard, guys, bouncing back and forth sometimes, you know? Looks like we have a Sustainer finished on Dark Lady meanwhile, so I would think that's going to be a Rune Cleaver here. Coming out for the Dark Lady. Devour, oh, we got the stun off right as Devour was using his ultimate. Gonna keep Pyromancer alive. Will it be the long run, though? No ultimate from Flint Beast with the pull back in, and yes, Pyro gonna be creep blocked. I was gonna say, let Flint get that. Let him recover more. There we go. He hits level 6 as well. And from Mars, finally get some revenge. That's gotta feel good. So, gotta say, though, this duo, he's been involved, obviously, in all 3 kills of the 3 kills that the Hellborn side has. So, that's what's keeping them in this game. And now Amon-Ra, he's got the Helm of the Black Legion picked up to go with those Striders of his. He's up to 300 GPM, a hero that could definitely start to skyrocket. So we'll see what kind of farm he continues to progress into. Well, he also looked to be getting that portal key. Kane top lane. Switch to defensive might not be enough anyways. The Swift Slash is used, and he has enough for the kill, even the illusions coming out from Devo. So the Rome ganks continue from San Francisco here, who is now 3-2-1 here. So another vote to pause coming out. Oh, wow, he's still gone. I just realized that. I did not realize Madman was still gone this whole time. They're going to pause finally again. So we'll go ahead and go through this pause right here. Is he actually back? Man, he's still not. Is he actually? No, he is reconnecting now. Okay, I was going to say. Pretty sure he's supposed to come back right here. Pyromancer picked up at the top lane, by the way. So yeah, that makes a little more sense. They've been playing 4 versus 5 here for a little bit. So unfortunately, that may be why we see this Hellborn side starting to come back. Now middle lane, Misha Pip goes down to the Flip Beast. Now Kane trying to deal with Devour. He uses the face-off right here. I don't know if he has enough damage, though. Devo, he's already got 6 charges on the Cadaver armor. And yeah, he's holding his ground. He's going to go for the Turk all the way at the last second, and the humiliation comes out. But at what cost? There's the snipe from Flint Beastwood, and from Mars gets yet another kill. So what a comeback from this Flint Beastwood. I thought for sure he was just had to kind of settle for kind of playing a support role this game, but you know, his farm is definitely kind of started to go up. He's still last on his team, but considering he's under 100 gold per minute early on in this game, not something that he could be too mad about in terms of the recovery. But Dark Lady, he could be mad. Gets taken out yet again here at the bottom lane. Speaking of Dark Lady, I don't know if Rune Cleaver is the way to go for this game. I kind of feel like something like the Energizer even, getting more stats. Obviously, there's a lot of combat here and fights taking place earlier on. You have plenty of carry on your team. Maybe let the Swift Blade of the Amon-Ra kind of take care of that role, but again, we'll see if he still insists on going for that. But Madman is finally back, ladies and gentlemen. So the Legion side is, they have hope. They have hope once again. They deny the bottom tower down here. 1,600 gold saved up on Devo. So yeah, would like to see that portal key even just continue that roam that much more. Speaking of Swiftblade, I wonder where he's going to go too. I think he just got a Mana Tube there. So probably going to see a Rune Cleaver himself here, you would expect. Amon-Ra, that portal key, 1,330 gold saved up. Expecting that. Face off top lane. Swiftblade can't get away from that. That on top of the Crystal Field. Well played right there, and the good synergy to take him out. Bottom lane, Dark Lady again finding himself in trouble. There's the Blitzkrieg stun. And Dark Lady does not have another charging strikes to final auto attack to secure the kill and her. God, it seems like when we have a player DC from the game on one side, they just start losing players left and right. Kind of happening right there. Bottom, Flint just kind of boxing them out with that flare of his. He did max out that explosive flare first, so he's got some decent earlier on damage. Madman's going to pressure him. He's under level, though, because of how long he was DC'd for. Blitz going in with the Blitzkrieg. And now here comes Pyromancer, just throws the ulti in his face with a Blazing Strike. And Flint just has to accept death in the end. I like how they just went in one by one and eventually got the kill. Kane top? No, he's good. See Pyromancer, in fact, porting in. Speaking of another portal key, Pyromancer, another top-tier candidate, of course, to get one of those. What was that? Wow, Blitz just got post-haste. Holy crap, this is a main support Blitz. Picking up freaking post-haste. He only has 230 co per minute. It's not like he's doing wonders here, but what is their warding situation like, I guess? Geomancer seems like he's been taking care of the wards a little bit more, so maybe it makes a little more sense. Yeah, I mean, Blitz, post-haste seems a little extreme. I feel like, something like a tablet or even an Energizer might have been a much more efficient pickup here for the team use, but it seems like he likes the idea of getting that post-haste and mobility around the map, and he's going to help use it right here to go for the gank on Devo. The Crystal Field coming out, and that will secure the kill, but now Flint, he's got his snipe here. The money shot, that is. Gonna maybe use it on a Blitz? No, wouldn't be enough damage for the kill. He's doing the math. Oh wow, the triple Soul Scream ring build from Flint Beasthood, by the way. I guess that's kind of one way to recover, just continue to get massive stats. Yeah, Amun-Ra hasn't necessarily been the most useful for the team. He's kind of one of these typical jungle Amun-Ras that just sits in the jungle for most of the game. And then finally will come out, I'm sure, and make a play. Flint Beasthood out of Blazing Strike. He doesn't have it up. Oh no, that's awkward. Oh, he's going to get a turn kill. The money shot, the auto attacks, and Pyro goes down. He got the tower. But yeah, not having the Blazing Strike did him in. Blitz, though, he's going to at least clean up. Comes up with the Blitzkrieg. There's the Waylay. Or the Pilfering. Why did I say Waylay? Oh my god, it wasn't a kill. He didn't chase. Why did you not chase Blitz? That was an easy kill. He misjudged his auto attack. Oh no. And Flint Beasthood, the recovery continues because he survives. That triple Soul Scream ring, man. I gotta say, if it wasn't for that third Soul Scream ring, he would be dead right there. Oh, Kane top lane. Help with the Black Legion, making him a little bit tankier, but not tanky enough against the Stevo, who now has 7 charges, and the portal key is just about here for Devour. The chase is on. There's a Blitzkrieg. Pyromancer follow-up. Does have the Blazing Strike in 3 seconds. Not going to be necessary, though. You saw the hook from San Francisco. Actually, it's a creep instead. I don't think that's going to accomplish much, though. Just one of those. Might as well do something. Put some damage out as he dies. So the portal key will be delayed. Speaking of that, Amun-Ra did choose to go full post-haste as well as now Mystic Vestment. So, yeah, he did upgrade to the post-haste, but again, he's not really using it necessarily just yet. So, I don't know. It just seems a little funky here. But I wonder, yeah, I don't think he's going portal key unless he gets portal key and then he finally starts looking for action. But the way he's playing this game, it feels like he's just going to continue to farm in the jungle almost. And so maybe he's going to go like a Behemoth's Heart or something like that, but middle lane Dark Lady does get picked off again. Another Striders, by the way. God, what is up with these Striders this game? Both Dark Lady and even Amun-Ra. Just looks a little funky. The mid Pyromancer also even going Striders. You'd expect to probably usually see a Steam Boots there, but new Tattoo, liking the mobility, has that portal key now. Would also like to see one on Kane with that set, as well as Geomancer, who is definitely coming along. So yeah, going to be a very heavy portal key game here, it feels like, in this game right now. Or eventually coming up. There's a Sustainer finish on Madman. Again, expecting the Rune Cleaver. Nullstone, will that be good this game? Geomancer? Uh-oh, he's in trouble. Gonna use to dig away. It's got that distance, but Ra's gonna chase. The bird is real. Out comes the Meteor, and it will get the kill. But at what cost there? Nice Crystal Field on the turn onto Flint Beastwood as well. Beautiful job by Geomancer, at least, throwing out the Crystal Field right before he died. And helping to get that turn kill on the Flint especially, as Pyromancer ran in. So, man, this overall goal, though, I mean, again, this is a very farm-heavy potential team on the Hellborn side. And so the longer this game continues to move on, you got to think that that's going to be to their favor here. The fact that they've been able to keep it this close, I got to say, is a little bit surprising, considering the 20-11 lead here in favor of the Legion. But you do have a Rune Cleaver in the works for Swiftblade. But yeah, going back to Madman, wondering about the Nullstone here. Again, seeing if there's any, is there really a logical reason for it? I don't think so. There's not a whole lot. Again, Taint Soul can remove it pretty easily. from Darkling. It doesn't seem like there's that obvious, but I mean, or Swift Slashes as well as the Devour, you know, it could be decent for those cases, but I would think Rune Cleaver here for Madman probably going to be his item choice. So never mind, he goes Nullstone. That's Nullstone, right? Yeah, they changed it a while back. I had to do a double take on that one. So he is going to be going Nullstone in the end. Okay, so yeah, again, there is those benefits. I don't know. I just felt like Rune Cleaver would have made more sense, especially you look at this makeup here. They are really running that 4-1 strategy. The idea of having it just farm very effectively in the jungle with the stacks and getting that GPM up makes sense. I know Nullstone is kind of an item for that as well on Madman, and the regen's always nice, but to me, it just feels like Rune Cleaver would have made a little more sense here. But they're going to go for kill the Swift Blade by now. Darkling joins the party. There's a Swift Slashes, and they both all of a sudden are on the run. Madman, though, he's holding his ground. You might want to think about getting out, though. Money Shot did finish off Blitz. And, yeah, Madman will have to stalk away right there. Over in the jungle on this side, though, Devo, he's going to be found. Geomancer catches him with that dig and the portal key. So much distance between the two, especially since he can use it while mid-dig, of course. And Devo does fall, so at least they get some kind of revenge there. At the top side, these guys, there's some fun chat going on, guys. That's some fun chat. We're having some fun here. Rune Cleaver onto Swift Blade. There we go with his Rune Cleaver now. Actually finished, so get that Firebrand. You know, keep the progress going here. It looks like Dark Lady is still working on her Rune Cleaver as well. So yeah, this goes back to the, again, clearly the communication here of this Hellborn team isn't necessarily on point there. They all pick. See Lingsing even calling it Amon Ra. Oh, they sniped down Madman. How about that? Flint Beast with the explosive flare into the money shot. What a recovery, by the way. This guy, I believe, has who was that? That was okay. Lingsing goes down. He's doing too much talking here instead of actually playing the game. I mean, I do kind of agree with him though. Amon Ra has been very, very inactive this game. He's just been purely farming the jungle. He is 1-2-1. He's only been involved in 2 of the 13 kills, and usually, especially at Jungle Raw, you'd expect him to be very helpful throughout. But he has 3,300 gold saved out. Don't tell me he's going for a Mocker Brilliance. Dear God. Please buy the Axe of the Malphite right now. Oh, Mike, he's going to Mocker Brilliance, isn't he? Oh, no. Yet another hero that, it's like this whole Hellborn team's all about just being a very selfish Hellborn team. This is your classic, you know, lower level MMR game, unfortunately, as far as everyone wants to be the pub stomp or the carry hero for the team, and nobody wants to, you know, be the support or the ganker or anything else. So, oh God. Well, we'll see. I mean, again, if they manage to take it to the late game, this is definitely a lineup that will be able to win this game here on the Hellborn side. So, he does put a little bit of a clock here, you could say, on the Legion. And maybe that's where the Madman going the Nullstone is going to be better. There's a face-off, meanwhile, on a Flip Eastwood. As a good hero to have against this makeup, but he doesn't really go in all the way. Here's a follow-up, though, from Geomancer, and yes, it is enough to get that at least Flip Eastwood killed. Devo still remaining dead, but that was a 3-for-1. A hat-trick, in fact, coming out for Swiftblade. Yeah, that seemed like a very ambitious dive at the tower. And finally, Amon Ra even getting involved. And not the exchange you were looking for. So that face-off also looked a little funky. For some reason, he didn't actually connect right there. I'm not sure what that was about. What I'm missing as far as going up to the Flint Beastwood, but it seems like he got stunned in place or something. And eventually, yeah, ended up getting taken out. So, yeah, again, going back to that, I mean, Kane is potentially going to be really good, especially against the Swiftblade here. Again, the spin will not help him. And speaking of that, he's in trouble now here as the barrel roll comes out, Blitzkrieg, and that should be a dead Swiftblade. The pilfering is too much. Oh, but now Madman gets hooked in. Gets the quickening, but he cannot run away. Good attempt from Blitz right there. Not enough, though. Oh, my God, he just bought the Axe in the Malphite. But he sold something, though. Okay, maybe he is going to Behemoth's Heart. Whoa, this freaking Devo, man, landing some big-ass hooks. Not going to be enough for the kill on a Blitz, though. Good does almost bait, you could call it. And now Devo is going to be turned. So well played on turning, and Geomancer being there at the prime time. But I got to say, Devo's landed some pretty solid hooks this game. Again, he's the only reason why it feels like this Hellborn team able to be in this game earlier on. Amon Ra, though, I think I just saw him by the Behemoth's Heart in full even, so wondering when we're going to see a courier coming out to him. I don't know what's up with chat. It's kind of weird how nothing's actually appearing in chat anymore. That's a bug with the replay here, unfortunately. Kane, what is he going? He got the Helm of the Black Legion, another life tube. Would have loved to see the portal key on him. Don't know why he's not getting that. It's, again, very powerful against this Hellborn side. Why does he not have his freaking Behemoth Star? He purchased it, unless he still needs one more item. He might still need the, oh, you know what he needs? He needs the Beast Heart still, because unless he splits up the Helm of the Black Legion. Bottom lane, though, there's that face-off. Only on Devo, though, not the prime target. And now here we go with the Swift Slashes, bouncing around. Down goes Pyromancer, pretty much all the bounces onto her. Kane also using that wave, but having to run away. The Cover of Darkness comes out of the background, and Kane most likely going to be picked off. It looks like Geomancer off to the side also going down. And yeah, the final auto attack from Swiftblade doing him in right there. The bottom tower was destroyed in favor of the Legion. That's the only kind of saving grace they have. But yeah, Madman was not there. Blitz was not there. Those are two pretty key heroes. I mean, you got to have all 5 in that case. So, yeah, a very big reach there by the Legion. Almost a bit of a throw, unfortunately. And, yeah, we do see Amun-Ra. He did end up splitting up the Helm of the Black Legion. He's got the Behemoth Star and now the Shaman's Headdress. So now he finally, it looks like he's actually ready to start joining the lanes here. He's come out of the jungle and starting to do a little bit of work. As I say that, he's in trouble here. I mean, again, he is tanky and not going without saying and being obvious there, but... And actually, okay, he is going to die. Going to resurrect, of course, but if you're Blitz, I don't think you want to fight this if you're Blitz. Yeah, that was very risky. He almost died to the explosion right there. But he manages to get away. Shield Breaker picked up on Swiftblade, meanwhile. A little surprised to see that over the Firebrand, even. Pyromancer. Oh, the burst on a Flint, not enough. Devo gets there at the last second to assist and pick up the kill. But yeah, Shield Breaker, it's a very greedy build here by Swiftblade. Just going to go for raw damage, really. Get that level 3 help the tower push as well. Devo, meanwhile, is still sticking around here. He wants to get the hook, but good job by Blitz. But the money shot will kill him anyways. He was doing a good job of avoiding the hook angle. But Flint's like, I got this, don't worry. He also has an assassin shot on Flint now, the triple Soul Scream ring. Into the assassin. I love this. I love casting games like this, man. It's just like, because it's games like this that really kind of keep you on your toes. As far as what you're going to be seeing here, from pickups to selection to everything. Oh, the turnaround, the Swift Slashes. He avoids the Crystal Field and he gets a double tap. Ling Zhang making the Ling Zhang plays that we know and love, and 4 players currently dead. There's a vote to concede. I don't think it's going to be happening, but yeah, if you're this Legion side right now, you are definitely not feeling too comfortable because you it does feel like that window is really shutting now. You were not able to get far enough ahead in the earlier game to really capitalize. Going back to this Madman, the Rune Cleaver, I still feel like arguably would have been the better choice, considering how little he's been involved in fights too. Like, if he was constantly grouping up, pushing with the team, like, that's another argument, I feel like, but it seems like he's been doing a lot of firemen. I mean, he's only been involved in 5 of the 28 kills, so, yeah. But, there's that. There's Kane, no portal key decision. Not a huge fan of that. He does go to Shamans. He's trying to build a really big tank here, but they really need that initiation. They got it from Pyromancer. Looks like she's going to Sheepstick, which will be good. Misses Flint Beaster, though. They need Dust or Water Revelations or something here for that Flint now, especially. Even before the assassin shot, of course, he still even goes in, because they do catch Pyromancer meanwhile, and they also take out Geomancer. Looks like Devo is going to get killed. And now Madman thinking about running back into this game. There we go, Kane initiation. Face off on a Flint Beastwood. He ain't getting away from that. And that is an easy kill as a result. So that is obviously a very powerful tool once again that this Legion team does have here. So Amun-Ra, though, 38 more 100 gold saved up. Man, somebody on the Legion side really wants to concede. But yeah, Fat Girl here. I've been a fan of the earlier game and how his play throughout, but again, I also got to question these item choices, especially his role this game. He's playing a very heavy main support really for the team. To go post-haste and a Null Stone just doesn't seem like the most efficient. I mean, you figure all that gold spent, he could have easily built a tablet and an Energizer on his way to even something like a Sheepstick as well. Or even something like a Storm Spirit, I feel like would be pretty good here, as it usually tends to be. So, Yeah, instead going somewhat more greedy or selfish items. And so maybe hurting the cause of the team. Gonna play the Pilfering, though, on a Swiftblade right here. Yeah, never mind. Getting dodged. I guess he never got it off. I saw the animation, but went into the trees right there. So he's going to be fine in the end. Blitz, though, he's living life on the edge, man. He is beating out pretty big time. Cover of Darkness, though, comes out. That's going to turn him around. Double damage on Amon-Ra, by the way. He now has 4,200 gold saved up. What is he buying? I mean, why does he not have a portal key, first off? Still beyond me. Okay, of course. Now he gets a freaking Mock of Brilliance, because that makes sense. God damn it. Dark Lady, that Rune Cleaver has excelled her farm a bit. Up to 300 gold per minute now. Do we have a jump? No. Blitz is almost, God, I don't know why they're not going on a Blitz. It feels like they could just open. Start doing some damage. Amon-Ra. Gonna throw in that Path of Destruction, just kind of scare them off. And there's the Elder Parasite now picked up by Flint Beast with a hook. Swing and a miss right there. Landed some pretty good hooks this game, not so much right there. He just goes in, says, screw it, I'm going to use the ultimate onto Geomancer, but the face-off on Devo. Again, not the best target, though, I feel like. Crystal Field with a couple, however, and they do burst out Swiftblade. Flint Beast in the background. The others were not here. Dark Lady and Amon-Ra were not here, especially Amon-Ra, not involved, and that is going to cost this Hellborn team big time. They also lose Flint Beastwood. Again, the communication not on point here from the Hellborn. Devo's choice to go in after his missed hook with two players not being there, not the best choice. So he goes down. But hey, at least Amon-Ra has a Mock of Brilliance picked up. Yay. Team Suckers, -2. Is he saying like I mean, again, that was Devo's fault, though. It's like, you know, that for me as a player, that it's nothing more like I kind of just chuckle whenever I see a player do that. They say, "Let's go somewhere," or they're going somewhere, and then they jump in, and then they go like, "Wait," and then they die, obviously, and then it's like, "Wait, where was my team? Why was my team there?" But as the player that's going in, it should also be on you to like, kind of look at your map and also see, like, if the other player's literally on the other side of the map, like not ready to go in or clearly not in that or going that direction, you shouldn't be initiating in the first place. And then because you're just playing a losing game at that point. in the case as we saw right there with the Devo, you know, blinking in clearly when his teammates weren't there, and then kind of getting mad at his team for not being there. So it's just like like I said, a winless cause right there. And you can tell he's on a little bit of tilt now. So again, props to him for being kind of the saving grace in the earlier game. It felt like he did a lot of good roams, set up some good kills, but now he's got 13 deaths and is kind of struggling here. So, Amon-Ra knows what he is doing. He's continuing his PvE adventures. Might as well be playing World of Warcraft at this point. I heard they had a new patch come out recently. Check that out. Blitz. Oh my god, he's going to live, and now Flint Beastwood is probably going to die. Yes, he is. Good turn there. You do see a firebrand. Oh my god, that's got Amon-Ra. What is he doing here? He jumped in kind of last minute. He's going to go down. Resurrection will pop him up. With the face-off holding him in place. Off to the side. They do lose Geomancer, though. But Amon-Ra, he's in trouble yet again. Kane trying to finish him off. Those Steel Resolves doing work right here. But now he needs to run. He needs to switch forms, too. I don't know why he's still in the offensive form. But the big waylay turn, maybe that's why. They get the damage out. They take out the Swiftblade as he was trying to finish off Kane right there. So at least he took somebody with him. Well played. Blitz. Blitz great. No, that's his ultimate. That's Lightning Shackles right there. And Amon-Ra, this is going to be an actual dead Amon-Ra if they can kill him, that is. Oh, I don't think they can. The support too close. And Fat Girl will have to truck on out of there. Fat Girl has to work off that excess weight at first. Shaking that butt. All right. Abyssal Skull picked up on Dark Lady here. How about that? A team item on the Hellborn side. That's not something I would have expected to see here. I wonder if Amon-Ra is going to get a barrier idol. Might as well at this point. He does have the full shamans. There's usually never any point to get a shaman's headdress unless you're planning to get the actual full barrier idol too. Devo, that's not what you want to be doing. Walking uphill. And he's going to be caught right here. Barbed armor is the choice for Amon-Ra. I like that. Nope, he sold it. Never mind. And now he has a portal key. Okay, that I really like too. So thank God. Thank God he didn't buy like a freaking. What is that one item? The new one. The Bloodborne Maul. Yeah, he should buy a Bloodborne Maul totally. Frostburn onto Madman right here. So he's got a very kind of safe choice as far as his item build. As the Frostburn from the Null Stone. Feel like they could probably use a shield breaker on him too, and even the Staff of the Master wouldn't be a bad choice, I think, for Madman here. They did nerf the staff, didn't they, though? So maybe not. Maybe after the nerf, it's not as relevant. I'm not exactly sure when this game is played, to be fair, but yeah, extended by 4 seconds. Yeah, that is this is post nerf because it used to be 7 seconds, I think. So maybe staff isn't as relevant, but still, like a shield breaker level 3, I think would be good here for Madman to pick up, but he has a Ice Brand. Oh, damn it. Maybe he can't do that. And at this point, maybe just splitting up, or even just getting the wing bow. Yes, that. I had to kind of stop. I'm having to hold myself sometimes when I'm saying some items here. They're going to kill Congo, though. How about that? No restraint whatsoever. Madman, he's trying to figure out what he wants to get rid of. But might as well get rid of the Iron Shield, yeah. There's no point to still have that, really. It does do that. Token of Life is picked up on a Madman now. Shrunken Head situation on really both sides. I mean, I think the Hellborn team could definitely use it a little bit more. It seems like Dark Lady with the Mighty Blade is working towards that route. Perhaps Amenral too. I can see that being a pretty good pickup for him. Well, good job by the Legion, making a move towards the top lane now and making sure to get all the objectives complete. And again, Animus91 with that Token of Life. In the front lines right here. With the top lane, though, being heavily counter-pushed by Swiftblade, the level 3 shield breaker kind of doing a backdoor is the Legion team at the top, but they're not going to have a creep wave, so yeah, they can't really be pushing that. They are going to pour it back. Swiftblade, can they catch him? No. The spin teleport, a little too strong, obviously. And he does get away right there, so he's going to use a Crystal Field even to creep clear. Curious about that decision, but looks like he's going for a Hellflower, by the way, which could be big. Speaking of Swiftblade, I'm not sure what is he too going for Hellflower? It looks like it, actually. Interesting choice by him. Oh, that was an awkward hook. Hooked his own teammate in and made him actually further distance from Blitz. And now Blitz is able to run. The money shot coming out. He will survive it, though. And I think the quick in, another quick in 1 second. Okay, never mind. They eventually catch up to him. And they do him in. Cover of Darkness, going to catch a couple. Pyromancer included. Spin on top of him. Does he have a Swift Slashes? He does. They need to be careful. Oh, but the Sheepstick comes out right at the last second. Swiftblade gets bursted down. Beautiful play by Pyromancer as he's dying. Man, if he got the Swift Slashes off, that could have been devastating even for Madman. But yeah, you see even the talk coming out. That was honestly well played right there by New Tattoo. Meanwhile, face off onto Flame Beast in middle lane. Needs some damage follow-up. He's going to get it from Geomancer, but he doesn't have the Crystal Field. Remember, he used it on the top lane to creep clear. It is going to still be enough, but now Geomancer gets turned on. And Devo, he's going in. A little ambitious there, but he does have Raw, and now Dark Lady in pursuit as well. And Kane in trouble, but Madman, he's still got the Token of Life. He's going to hold his ground. Maybe. Nope, he's going to stalk away. Not going to be worth sticking around. Another vote to concede. Coming out right here. Something tells me Madman, though, he, if anything, wants to stay in this game, but clearly not enough. Again, I don't know if that's just one person kind of mini-raging on the Legion side or what, but they do continue to be behind quite a bit overall. I mean, a 10,000 goal lead, 13,000 experience lead. But Madman, he does have the full Dawnbringer now. Don't know if that was 100% necessary. Again, finishing a full Dawnbringer seems a little inefficient, but he does have it. And it looks like he's building a Shrunken, which, yeah, I mean, that's good. The silence, I'm good for that. Almond in general. Not a bad item pick up, but I do feel like their damage output isn't necessarily the strongest here yet. And Shrunken will help with the mobility back during getting that damage out, but not necessarily the raw right click, of course. Blitz, ring around the Rosie. He's gonna get caught though. Ain't living through that. He's got a shaman's headdress now, actually. Oh no, that's oh yeah. Wait, why do they both have a shaman's headdress? That's unnecessary. Okay, something tells me Blitz is the one that's raging here. Yeah, you can tell with the way he's playing, kind of just being up here by himself, conceding right after he dies. I guess he did get the ward down, so there's that. Devo putting the taunt out of, yeah, CC, you won't do it. Amun-Ra, yeah, he's going to be fine. He avoids the crystal field. But yeah, this is a very tough game right now for the Legion side, to say the least. At least Madman's token life still 30 seconds. He's going to just stand his ground right here. Pops that Berserk. He is going to fall, though, but token life will bring him out. There's a face-off on Amun-Ra. Again, I don't think Kane's choosing the best targets right here, but without a portal key, he doesn't necessarily have the best choices. Amun-Ra, though, finally does go down. Going to resurrect. Kane will fall, but now Madman, he's going to get the hell out of there. No resurrection this time. He will fall back to safety. Geomancer juking and jiving himself. Going to use that dig to dig his way out even. Devo hooked, don't want to catch yet again. And down goes Geomancer. Oh boy, now they're knocking on the door, and this Hellborn side is definitely in a great spot. The Lightning Shackles, though, that's a big Lightning Shackles right there. Amun-Ra will fall. Now Dark Lady kind of gets caught. She's in that Sheep Stick. Nice hook back, though, from Devo. Swiftblade still standing his ground. Doesn't have any teammates, however, anymore, and he is eventually going to be killed off. So double tap for Madman. All right, so at least they hold. No buybacks used or anything. That was just simply only losing the tower. Considering what it was like going into that, I think really not too bad, actually, for the Legion side there. So now 40 minutes into this game. Again, hero kill lead. They've continued to have a hero kill lead, but as far as overall stats-wise, golden experience, it's been pretty significant for the Hellborn side. And again, their makeup just screams that they're going to be more efficient in the later game. Okay, it actually looks like Madman's going the Brutalizer here, not the Shrunken. I just saw him purchase the I forget what it's called right now, but anyways, it looks like he's going to be going the Brutalizer instead, which definitely will get them that more damage. And now Madman needs to be careful right here. Lightning Shackles from Blitz. Has to run as well, quick into the away right there. In the background, though, Pyromancer trying to burst out Flinch, and yes, the Fervor will do him in. And now Dark Lady being kited. She's going to use a Trident Strike, but she's going to fall. Remember, she chose not to get a Shrunken Head. She actually ended up purchasing a Dancing Blade after getting the Mighty Blade right there. Getting very greedy, maybe thinking that this game was actually on the way to victory. And not having the Shrunken Head these last couple of fights now has definitely hurt her, I feel like. Amun-Ra did finish his. He is going to go in with it, actually. Madman nearly gets exploded, but he will survive. Devo, Sheep Stick in the background. Another Lightning Shackles coming out. Kane running in. Again, the face-off on a Devo. And the Crystal Field connects as well. Devo will fall. Swiftblade, though, he's doing plenty of damage. He's in here. Dark Lady as well, who did buy back for this. Trying to get more kills. Nice Dragonfire stun, though. Amun-Ra in pursuit. In hot pursuit. Mock of Brilliance Tick also doing plenty. And that means, yeah, no blink away for Pyromancer. Gotta love those taunts, man. Blitz will be fine. Not only the taunts in game, but the taunts in chat, too, from Devo. The attempted typing of trash, I'm guessing. Instead says trace. Maybe that's the French way of saying it or something. Amun-Ra just want to get some ancient kills, but he's going to be found, actually, and he's going to be killed as that Pyroclasmic Rebirth.
I will burn forever.
Yes, you will, Amun-Ra. Yes, you will. Oh, the Swift Slashes. He took it out with a Hellflower, but there's too many bouncing targets. He does go Kane, but those Lightning Shackles will slow him to the spin. But here comes Amun-Ra. Madman again has to fall back. Madman's doing a good job of picking his battles wisely. I've noticed that about Animus91. He's definitely using that stock very defensively to get out, and understanding that if there's too much pressure there. So he's doing a good job of surviving. Yeah, the fact that he only has 2 deaths compared to having 39 kills from the other side is actually pretty damn good. But yeah, gets the Brutalizer. Yeah, what does he need? I really think that Wing Bow would actually be great here. I mean, there's no working of a Savage Mace at all for this Hellborn side. I guess they do have Flint Beastwood there. with the hollow point shells. But other than that, I mean, it feels like it'd be pretty strong against the overall makeup here. And allow for some, obviously, great damage on top of that. Blitz, that null stone is going to save him. It doesn't allow Flint Beast to money shot him, so he will get away. And there's the TP out. Hellflower almost finished on Geomancer here, by the way. Needs one more Arcana. That will be completed. Kane, I'm guessing he's going for a Behemoth Star, but again, they really, for some reason, the idea of wanting to be able to just kind of tanky across the board seemed to be the meta of this game in general, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense in heroes like Kane and Blitz. I really feel like more of these initiation supporting R-ish items could have been a lot more effective here. I bet it's a broadsword. What the? That doesn't make anything with the beast heart, does it? What was that, by the way? Incredible Laser! Welcome to the CP Kappas. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Anyways, back to the match here. We do see Blitz in trouble. Yeah, he is going to go down. Gets picked off. And now they're looking for more. Blitz, though, continuing to find himself in spots that maybe he just shouldn't be in. And yeah, another death for him. So he does not have a buyback, and they're going to really try to do in this middle lane now. Swiftblade, you see him porting back, though. Oh, no, just porting in the middle, actually does have this post ace. There's 1,700 gold on him. Yeah, the Hellflower choice, very curious on Swiftblade. I kind of wonder if maybe he went that and be a removal for a Nullstone, but that's a very costly item for that purpose. So we did see that last fight, though he used it. Whoa, what is over here? Flint gets killed, and Devil's going to get taken out. What are they doing? Without their teammates. Oh no, the 3-2-2. The throw. It's starting to happen, it feels like. Got to be careful. I mean, this game is not over yet. They do not have any racks yet. They're up 20,000 gold, but I mean, Madman, he's getting scarier. They got the key item on the Hellflower, and Geomancer coming up. But yeah, Swiftblade insisting on going that Hellflower instead of, other routes here. Something like a Wingbow himself, perhaps. Even that Savage. He's going to get the Nullstone used right there with the Hellflower. But now he has to spin. He does have his Swift Slashes. Oh, but he gets stunned right as he stops spinning. So the Token of Life going to be used right here, right off the bat. As he comes back up, the Crystal Pin, no, but he gets the Swift Slashes off. That bounces are real, doing plenty of damage. So they take out Geomancer, and now Pyromancer on the run with the Madman. But again, Madman doing a great job. He stalks away, making sure not to get killed as well. Cute little elephant on. I love these. Oh, and now Blitz. He's again kind of caught by himself. The ha-ha-ha's coming out. He's going to use that Quicken, and he will actually get away. But, man, imagine if Flint and Devo weren't dead throughout that. And now they could be really aggressively pushing into the base. Well, they kind of insisted on splitting up right there. Madman? No. That Nullstone popped. Again, I believe that was the... No, that wasn't the Hellflower this time. That was the Taint Soul from Dark Lady. Okay. All right, here they go into the base. The whole 5 are up. No buybacks on the Legion team. The heroes that are dead, that is. The melee Rax is going to fall right here. It looks like Swiftblade, though, he takes too much damage. He got a little too comfortable in the front lines. He gets locked down by that face-off, and he'll get killed. But they do get the melee Rax, so that's important, obviously. The hook is going to miss, though, and now Dark Lady's in trouble. Dark Lady, a couple more auto attacks. That Pilfering Soul doing work with the Lightning Shackles. Can Madman chase him down? Blitz will get picked up. Madman decides he has to run, though. Amon-Ra the Tick. It's so much damage, but he runs the right direction. But now Devo chases another stock, though. Devo win for the hook. He missed. And Madman actually will escape. I feel like if Devo just auto-attacked there, it might have been better off rather than trying to go the hook right away. And Madman's actually going to survive throughout as he ports away. Again, he manages to live some way, somehow. On this Madman. You do see Wingbow is just about finished with Dark Lady now. In fact, it might be on the way. Can't click the curse. I don't really know, but top lane. Flint continuing his struggles, the solo journey of his, as he's pushing top lane by himself. Only to get picked off there. Yeah, I think Wingbow is going to be finished here on Dark Lady now. There we go. So, has that here. Good item. Yeah, Mammoth could really use, like, the lifesteal I decreed there. I mean, even getting the full-on Whispering Helm and just having that aura instead of the Ice Brand. Or I guess he could settle for the Abyssal Skull here. Pyromancer, though, is eventually going to be taken down to that magical damage. Crystal Field, it'll connect on his Evo, but it doesn't matter. The damage is real. He goes down, and uh-oh, this is not looking good for the Legion side. All of a sudden, Mammoth gets hooked back in, but he's not going to be able to be locked down. Devo has his ultimate, too, but he couldn't use it in time. And a beautiful Lightning Shackles to keep them at bay. And unable to chase. Well played right there from Blitz, but now the top lane. No buybacks on either Geo and Pyromancer. How the hell do they hold this? In goes Devo, the lockdown on a Kane. He pops that barbed armor, though. Amun-Ra's getting low. Face off on a Dark Lady, but Kane will fall. But you see the background, Man-Man's doing some good right-click damage. Takes out Devo, gets Amun-Ra taken out too. Get that resurrection used at least before falling back to base for some healing. So another pull to concede again. I think this Legion team has at least one or two players over there that I don't believe they have a chance. Can't blame them. This game really is out of hand. 30,000 goalie. They're down 2 sets of racks now. And especially with the makeups, it just feels like this game actually could be over here very soon. But the Legion, there's hope. And I believe Madman's definitely one still fighting. He's working on a Savage Mace, I'd guess. You know what? Maybe he goes Doombringer. He hasn't been dying this game. He's doing a good job of being somewhat evasive. And with their situation, I can see him going Doombringer, actually. That would be a pretty awesome pickup here by Madman, if he ends up doing that. And again, to clarify, guys, I've not, like, previewed myself or looked at this match before, and I really haven't. Obviously, going back to the early days of Honcast, I did my best to not be spoiled by replay casts whenever I happen to do them. It doesn't look like it's going to be Doombringer with that set. I believe I just saw him purchase. What is that item called? It's one of the newer items. Saber? Yeah, Branded Saber, that's right. So he did get the Branded Saber, so it looks like it is going to be the Savage Mace, which is obviously the much safer, yet still very good item. Bloodborne Maul finished on Amun-Ra to go with a Frosted Skull. I guess he just had a shit ton of gold, so why the hell not kind of deal. Flip Beast, but there's a good face-off target. He'll get locked down, and he'll be killed. Amun-Ra, he's going to fall here. Does have that Rebirth, though, but again, I gotta say, if this Hellborn team just consisted on clumping up and pushing as a team, they would have won this game by now, it feels like. But whether it's because they're just not working on the same page at all, I really think that is the case. I mean, this whole game, they've definitely been on different pages. Or if they just feel that they're confident that they're going to win this game anyways, they're continuing to give hope to this Legion side. Because now Flynn and Amun-Ra are dead with no buybacks currently. And a Savage Mace was just finished on a Madman right there. Freaking boost, man. 7,000 gold, meanwhile, saved up on Dark Lady. What does she need to buy here? She's got the lifesteal with the Abyssal Skulls. Geometer's Bane going to do much? I guess it's not. Geometer's Bane wouldn't be a horrible choice. Honestly, something like a Demonic, I think, wouldn't be a bad item pickup for her right here. But that or even into the, Savage herself. All fairly good choices, I feel like. Oh, Ripshard's level 4. There's a sheep stick on a Swiftblade, so he's got to be playing more of a supporter in the end. Really needs a Morgan to keep if he's going to do that, I feel like. Darkling in the background, meanwhile, gets locked down, finally gets the Trunking Net off. Trunking strikes away, she's trying to live, and Blitz is Empress save. Diva gets killed, though, but what is the similarity here yet again? They're just not all together. They're completely spread out. They're giving chance here, and actually Darkling is going to get caught. She goes for the trick on a Blitz, but now she's in trouble. She's forced to fight, and she will get taken out. A double tap. Right there. You know what item she could use? I feel like it's that Genjiro even, now that I'm really thinking about it. But, yeah, she's dead now with 6,700 gold. Geomancer is going to get picked up in the middle lane to Swiftblade here. As he has the illusion pushing top. But Legion side, hey, as long as they got these bottom racks, I guess there's still hope. Okay, we'll go the Geometer's Bane. Again, it's good. Geometer's Bane is not bad here for Dark Lady. I think it's just one of several options that just would have been all right. I like the Genjiro, though. The more I'm just thinking about it, Genjiro feels like the mobility and that escape factor, if need be, as we kind of saw in that last fight, Feels like it would have been pretty intense right there. But yeah, Swift Blade, he's kind of, like I said, his build is all right if he had a portal key. If he had a portal key instead of that shield breakers, even, I feel like that would have been much better for what he's going here with their team. But Kane jumps in on the plate yet again. That's a much better target. So Flint Beast is basically useless these fights. Swift Blade goes down immediately, it feels like. He got both the Sheep and the Hellfire off, but it didn't matter. Amon-Ra's chasing in the background, gets the 1 kill. Onto Pyromancer, but at what cost? He's going to fall. He does have the res yet again. He does also have support coming in now. Devo, he's going to charge in. He just blinks in. Dark Lady, she's not fighting this. She's going right for the racks. She wants the Mega Creeps, damn it, and she may get it, actually. Hat-trick coming out for Animus91 right there. Pops the Shuriken, going for the Megas. Can he actually kill it quick enough? Yes, he can. And the Mega Creeps are official here in favor of the Hellborn, so you almost got to think that should all but do it. GG well played to RP and caught Amon-Ra. Does resurrect right there. Gonna have the face-off coming out. But yeah, the decision by Darkly to actually go for the Mega Creeps at the end there. Obviously you like it. Did a good job of that. And GG's R being caught. It looks like that is gonna do it. The World Tree all but dead at this point. So well, the Hellborn team, they definitely had their issues. You see Devo taunt to the easy game at the end. They had their issues, but in the end, it is still a victory. You know, the makeup just eventually gets them through in the long run. So GG well played, but it will be a victory for the Hellborn side right here. Well, once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this cast. This was a part of my CastMe service that I got going on right here. Shout out to Animus91 especially. The man had a fantastic game there, 16-2-9, despite being in the losing effort. A valiant effort on his part. And again, overall, a good game to watch right there. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And be sure to check out more information on my CastMe service on the link below or on my Twitch channel over at thegoodgeekwife.com is the website. You can also get more information on it as well. If you want your match to be casted, definitely have the opportunity from myself. So thanks for tuning in. Until next time. Hey guys, Breaky CPK here, and I'm excited to announce my new service I'm offering called CastMe. Have you ever wanted to have a hype caster cast one of your games, however haven't had the opportunity? Or how about you were just looking for ways to get your team more exposure with a professional feeling broadcast to help? Well, now is your chance, as I will cast a select match of yours, either replay or live, for each of the following games. Dota 2, possibly BKB, but of course that's going to be wearing off. There's one Ravage. Remember, has a second one, two still used. Star Spear flies back in the background. They catch Sven actually at Half-Life. Sven is going to drop right there. The Sunder not even used, actually, by Monkeys Forever here on the Terrorblade. That Metamorphosis, they do kill the melee racks, but at what cost there? CSGO. Peeking. Flame is down. Right on top of him. He jumped on top. Twist goes down. Lekro gets that kill on a Weber, but Lekro will fall to toss in. And, of course, Han. Dead would jump on a Behemoth. The Shockwave still goes off to the Eruption, but he's still alive. Earth Shatter, meanwhile, is up from Parallax. He does get caught in the Arcane Vortex, though, from Moira. Andromeda will go down. You do see no... For prices and more information, just check out the website, thegoodgeekwife.com, and go to the Breaky CPK CastMe page, or just click on the link provided. All right, there you go.